Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Courtney. Welcome back to my channel. I know it's kind of been a minute, like a little over a week since I, last uploaded, and that's because I kind of wanted to give myself like a mental break. I just feel like, although I love doing this, I love sharing my experiences and also showing you guys other things that I do. It's always good to give yourself like a mental break. I just felt like oh my goodness, I just felt like so mentally and emotionally drained, and maybe it's because I was getting ready to come on my period or whatever, because I literally am on now. Around that time usually I get emotional. I'm doing all this crying, I'm just having like little breakdowns, and I just little Courtney gotta get herself together. We all gotta get ourselves together from time to time. So we're doing this different, a little different today. As you can see, I got a little big chop, whatever. I cut my hair off and everything. And I'm also gonna be just wearing my glasses because I want to get a little bit more comfortable wearing them. I was gonna put my contacts in, but then I was like, this looks good with the outfit. This is yeah. This is it's giving. So before we get into this story time, of course, make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel. If you don't, thanks for the views, because you pushing my content out there. Thank you. So it's just been a lot going on. Just give myself a little mental and emotional break. I can't tell you how many times I've been like crying. Like, that's how emotional I am. Like, thank goodness for this anxiety medication, right? So yes, also make sure that you once again like and subscribe to my channel. My social links are down below, so you're more than welcome to follow my Instagram, my Facebook, and what is that, like Snapchat? I think my Snapchat is on. I don't even remember. I haven't checked, but I know my TikTok is definitely there. And I am gonna start uploading more shorts and stuff. I haven't been doing that lately. Like, I've been real lazy with uploading shorts and stuff like that, because I love uploading them for y'all. So yes, without further ado, let's get into this story. So here's the thing. I had recorded a story time a couple weeks in advance. Like, I've been doing this thing where I record a week ahead, so that way I can have out the way, and that way the other things I can take care of throughout the week, because it's pretty busy. I have a lot of stuff I'm trying to keep up with, and a lot of stuff I'm trying to do. So I did record a video beforehand that I was going to upload, but I had to make another one, so now I'm doing this one. So what happened with the first video that I had made, for some reason I don't remember it cutting off, but I was already done with the video, with the story, but the video had cut off when I was like ending, like pretty much ending the video altogether. And I was just like, what happened? So I was like, dang it, like, I'm gonna have to re-record everything. So I hope I could do it right, and hopefully it does not cut off. So let's get into the story time. So I think with the whole California thing, I got probably one more story left, maybe two, and it really doesn't involve him. It more so involves Bimbo and her still stalking me and following me around for some reason. It's like, I divorced him, I let you have him, literally I gave you to him, and you still won't leave me alone. You are that pressed. It's like she wanted to make sure that me in California were, I hope I didn't say his name. I'm gonna look back on this. So she wanted to make sure that me and California were not together, so she can make sure she ain't had no competition or no problems or whatever, which I think is quite pathetic, but I digress. So it was a time, that story that I'm gonna get into, it was a short period of time where me and Bimbo were cool. Not best friends, not close, not friends, but cool. But little did I know, she was just trying to keep tabs on me so she could make sure me and California didn't get back together. And trust me, well, you did not have to worry about me. I don't want him at all. So, but we're gonna get into that one or whatever. So so the next one really doesn't involve California. It was just more so like going through the whole divorce process with him stalling it and being weird, and her trying to keep tabs on me and stuff like that. And then we ended up getting to it again. So it was just like, it's always this ongoing thing with her. So eventually I just had to block her. Like, I can't do it no more. I'm not with this dude, and we don't have no ties. I ain't dealing with him no more. You're the only one still dealing with him. That's your problem now. So you have him and leave me alone. So anyway, we're gonna get into that, but right now we are going to finish up with this toxic coworker friend group. I feel like with this friend group or whatever, I might have like, it's more with this. That's what's complicated about it. Cause they some messy little ninjas. Like they all, well, except for B, like that's the only one that in Jordan, they're the only ones that's not messy. But it just got so messy. Like I really was just questioning the friendship with them or whatever. Because, but anyway, we're gonna get into it. Okay, so this is the whole toxic, messy coworker friend group or whatever. And you know, this is when stuff started kind of going left. It's like once me and Bo kind of drifted apart, then you know, everybody else started taking sides, and it was more so people talking about behind my back, and then it would be people trying to like manipulate me or try to make it seem like I'm just dragging the situation, when the reality is he's moving weird, y'all are moving weird, because you saying one thing about him behind his back, then you saying another thing about me behind my back, then you talking to me crazy when you're in front of me. So it's just like, it was just too much. And you know, they were not only fake with me, but they were fake with each other, and I just can't, you know, I really held on as long as I could, but I was just like, this is not how a friendship's supposed to work. And that's another thing, you shouldn't be getting all buddy with people at your job or whatever, because you know, pretty much everybody that I had at the job I worked at, we ain't close like that. We don't keep up, we not cool like that, and it's for a reason. And this is why. Like, people are there for work, they not meant for you to be their friend. We can be cool, okay, but and half of them be talking about each other. It's so fake. It's just I don't want no like work friends or whatever. We can be cool, but that's it. I'm just And if we do, we have to have a relationship outside of work. We can't just be cool at work and then like you act like you don't know me in the streets, or you just, I don't know. It's just, people are weird, and I feel like I have to always put up with that. And I don't even work at this job anymore at Macy's, and it's still people that be trying to keep up with me and everything, and you never know. It's people that's salty with me about stuff that they did to me. Like, I didn't do anything to you, weirdo. But anyway, so pretty much, you know, me and Bo, I told you, the little Dominican dude or whatever in the friend group, me and him had been getting close or whatever. We had a couple meetups or whatever. You know, of course we both were attracted to each other, and I did like him. But at the same time, you know, it's going on 2 years that I've been divorced. And I'm just getting out of this crazy toxic situation, although I kind of put myself in it. I'm, you know, still just getting out of it, and I was tired. I was tired, and I was looking for something serious, and I knew that just because you like somebody doesn't mean that you have to be involved with them more intimately, or I mean, that's your business or whatever. But for me, I just felt like I learned so much from those mistakes that I made, from those, you know, situations with men, and I was just drained. I was really over it. Like, I really was. So, and I was in a vulnerable space. So of course you getting that attention, you know, wasn't no guys really like talking to me like that. And, you know, I just felt like really a little low about myself, and I was just slowly getting my confidence back, my self-esteem back. And I knew that any little bit of attention that I had got from a dude or whatever, I knew how I know how I am, and I know how I've been in the past. And it was some dudes along the way before I met Bo, potentially could have took it there, could have went somewhere or whatever. But like I said, it didn't happen for a reason, and nothing went down with Bo for a reason. At the most, me and Bo just kissed like one, and it was just like a little kiss. It was like a little pet. It was just like, that was it. We, you know, flirted a couple times. He tried to push up a couple times. Of course, we talked on the phone a lot. We text each other. We video called each other. I'm talking about being on video calls for like an hour, 2 hours, like just video call and video chat, and, you know, talking on the phone. But after a while, you know, once I started like pushing him away, like, you know, I guess he felt some kind of way about it. And the calls became less, the messages became less, and I started noticing his behavior. It started like shifting, like he started acting weird. And like when we would all be in a group, like he would talk, but it's like he wasn't really engaging like that. And it's like he wouldn't even look in my direction. He wouldn't even look my way. I was just like, you know, regardless of what happened between us or whatever, this is a friend group, right? We're friends. And this is why I don't like to get involved with guys or in a friend group or whatever, or have guy friends, because it's like it never works out. It just never works out. Like, unless y'all both on the same page and are both mature enough to like understand where this is gonna go. But usually it just gets messy, and that's why I don't have guy friends no more, because it's just no. They always ended up as an ex or just something else, or it was just too much. And I could just see my future before me. I could see myself crashing out over this dude, and I could see myself getting into it with some females, and you know. And my thing is, you pushing up on me. You got all the other girls you talking to, plus you got a baby mama at home. Y'all supposedly got this open relationship. That's your business. That's fine. But I don't want to be, you know, all that poly stuff. I ain't into all that. If you know, if it works for you, if you happy with it, that's your business. But I don't know. I just knew I wanted something more. I knew I wanted something real. You know, a real connection with somebody, a real relationship. You know, commitment. And although I liked the attention, it was nice to get that and to feel wanted. I just was like, it ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work. I can't do it. So, you know, I think I had mentioned in the last story time, maybe, he had pulled up to my apartment or whatever. This is when I was at my old apartment. And, you know, we were drinking, just sitting in the car. He wanted to come up to my apartment, but I just would not let him. I said, no, it's not happening. Jordini, that is the only guy that has ever been up them steps, through that apartment door, in that bed, through the kitchen, in the bathroom, everywhere. Jordan's the only guy, and I'm just sorry. I'm just not gonna be letting all these dudes and random dudes come to my place or whatever to talk. And hey, you know, you want to do more to talk? No, I don't judge. You know, I'm humble or whatever. That's cool, but I don't feel comfortable. Just like, you know, I kept saying like my house is messy, like it's not clean. It's okay. I don't care, bro. If a woman is telling you all this stuff and giving you all these reasons why she don't want you, just take it as a sign that she don't want you to come up that apartment steps. She don't want you in her apartment. Just take it. Just take the hint. Take the hint. And I'm not even trying to be mean, but like I said, I know where this is going to go. We're not moving backward. We're not making the same mistakes. We're moving forward, and we're doing better. Even if it's just a fling or something. Even, let's say I did want to be in a relationship. Let's say I didn't want to heal. Maybe I just wanted to mess around. It still would have been a messy situation. And it's not going to end well. Next week, you're going to be on to the next chick, you know? He's constantly lying, saying things like, oh, I don't want this chick. She ain't even all that or whatever. I'm not messing up my reputation for her. I got somebody at home or whatever. You clearly have been dealing with these people or whatever. She blocked me because I wouldn't do this with her and all this and that. And I was just, after a while, it started just coming together. Bo, and I don't even though I'm not even cool with him, I don't even have anything against him. I really think that, especially how all this played out, Bo really liked having women go toe-to-toe or go at each other or have this animosity toward each other, because it made him feel good about himself. And Messy, even though I don't like her tell, she had, brought this up later on after, the falling out and stuff like that, because I got cool with Messy for like 2.5 seconds before she did some weird stuff again. She was saying, how he's insecure and not happy with himself. And seeing how everything played out, it made sense. Like, because, some people, some guys, even women, it feels good when, to them, I don't do that weird mess. That's not funny or cute. It's toxic. And that's a huge red flag. See, that's why I didn't give up the punani. But yeah, you know, it makes them feel good about themselves if they got people going toe to toe over him. You know, you ain't my man or whatever. Like, we ain't set, like, we ain't even in a relationship. We're not even talking heavy or nothing. Like, why? I'm not fighting over you or doing all this stuff over you. Come on. And all for what? This is for your entertainment. You know, when looking back at seeing how everything played out, it was just his little entertainment to feed his little bruised little ego. Like, but you know, he started drifting away. He's still engaged with the rest of the group, but it just got to a point where lip gloss is dripping, honey. It just got to a point where he would not engage with me. And I get it. You feel a little rejected. You feel some kind of way. But be a man. You are almost 40 years old. You older than me. I'm in my like I'm still in my mid 20s, well, late 20s. But you know, you're older than me, so be mature about it. You got all these girls, all these situations and stuff going on. Why does it matter that one person, one girl, me, rejected your advances? I'm just a girl. Just a girl. That's it. So, you know, it got to a point one day I got irritated and we were on break or whatever, because, you know, we all worked together and we all started hanging out on break. And I just asked him, I said, Bo, like, what's wrong with you? Like, why are you, you know, why you acting like you can't speak or nothing? Like, you know, because I get it. You have your moments, you go through your things, but stop playing with me. I don't like people to play with me and that's fake to me. You say hi to me any other time, you acknowledge me any other time, you around me. Now all of a sudden you know that happens between us, and now all of a sudden you don't want to talk to me or hang around me. You talking to everybody else, you engaging with everybody else, but you're not engaging with Courtney. Why am I not surprised? So yeah, he was just like, I didn't, like, what am I doing or whatever. I'm talking to everybody. I said, no, you're not. I said, you're not talking to me. Like, what's wrong with you? You know, it's like I didn't want to bring it up in front of everybody, but like I said, we weren't talking and texting at that point because he started distancing himself. And I ain't chasing after you. We cool. If we friends, we friends. But you ain't my dude. Like, we're not about to be doing that. All this because you want to be immature. You're the oldest out of the whole group. You're oldest out of everybody. You're old enough to be most of our daddies. You and Messy, so no. It's not that deep. Like, come on. So, Akoski kind of was like, you're like, what's wrong? Like, why you pressing, bro? Or whatever. And I was just like, cause he's acting different. Like, he's acting weird and distance. Like, he's speaking to everybody, but he didn't say anything to me. Like, if we cool or whatever, and you start acting weird out of nowhere, and you walking past me, you not making eye contact, you're not even acknowledging me, we all hang around each other. Like, why you acting different? Why you acting weird? Because you had something against me. You had a problem with me. So, I just let it go or whatever. Because I said, I'm not about to kiss your tail or whatever or beat around the bush. Like, you know the weird stuff that you're doing. Like, I don't have time for it. So, he started getting weirder and weirder and started distancing himself. And when we would be on break, I would notice that he would, the girl that he was talking to that had all this little drama behind him, because he want to be messy, because he want to feel like a big man, like somebody is fighting over him or worried about him. And no, she would pull her car up, and the only reason why I'm not gonna give her name is because I feel like I don't have an issue with this woman. You know, it only became an issue when Bo started, you know, putting stuff in her ear, putting stuff in everybody else's ear, trying to be messy and start something that it was never that. Like, it wasn't that deep. Like, come on. So it's just Bo pretty much was lying. You pretty much lying. You lied to her about me. You lied to me about her, which you didn't have to, because I already knew it. It was how you gonna be a dumb liar, a bad one at that? Like, how you gonna lie to something that's happening right in front of my face? You're doing it in my face. So, I'm not gonna, I'm gonna give her a name. Because it's gonna come up a couple times. So, I don't know. What name should I give her? I'm gonna call her Eyeshadow. I'm gonna call it eyeshadow. And the reason why I'm gonna call it eyeshadow is because she did her makeup really, really nice. Her eyeshadow was always nice. And she has really pretty eyes, so the eyeshadow pops. Like, she does her eyeshadow really good. And her makeup looks good. So yeah, eyeshadow will pull her car up or whatever next to Akatsuki's, because usually we would either be in Akatsuki's car or we would be in B's car. Sometimes we would be in Bo's car. Bo switched so many cars. I didn't know if it was a rental. I didn't know if it was baby mama. I didn't know if it was the uncle. I didn't even know if it was the long lost cousin in Pennsylvania somewhere. I don't know where. I don't know how he got all these cars. It was too much. So he's usually in those 3 cars, and my car is small, so it ain't gonna fit everybody up in there. But you know, eyeshadow put her car up there, and Bo would just hop in the car with her, sit with her for a little bit, and then hop back in the car with us. I was just like, if you want to go on break with her, just go ahead or whatever. But I just noticed he just started acting a little bit funny. He started acting a little bit more pressed off of eyeshadow. And I was like, oh, okay. All right. So whatever she's giving you, whatever tension she's giving you, whether it's, I don't know what it is, but she giving you something that you seem that pressed about, you know, being in the car, hanging out with her. So I was like, okay. So I started to notice he started acting a little weird or whatever, but he would still try to acknowledge me from time to time to try to make it seem like he's not doing any weird. He would text me here and there like, hey, you know, but it's just like, it's already done. Like, you don't got to be fake with me. If you don't want to talk to me and you don't want to be around me, you don't have to. And I think this is the issue with this friend group, is that you didn't have to befriend me. We didn't have to be cool. We didn't have to be friends. You didn't have to talk about me. You didn't have to try to manipulate the situation. If you didn't want to be around me anymore, if you just wanted to look for a reason not to rock with me no more, you could have just did this. We could have just avoided this whole thing. Because I personally feel like this friend group was just a waste of time on both our ends. Well, maybe not of theirs, because maybe they had nothing better to do, but I don't know. But it seems like once me and Bo started to drift, then me and other people in the group started to drift. And then to mention, me and most of the people weren't even that close to begin with. At this time, I wasn't talking to Jordan. Jordan was being a weirdo. He was not speaking to me. I pressed him a couple times too, because it's like, why, Jordan, we all got each other's Snapchat. We all hanging out and kicking on break. Like, what kind of freaking friend group is this? Why are y'all so weird? Is it me? Like, I don't know. It's just, he weird. It's just too weird. But yeah, Jordan, I pressed him a couple times. They got on me or whatever. Messy got on me for pressing Jordan. Like, why you pressing Jordan? I said, because he ain't speak. He don't never be speaking. He just be there. Like, you ain't speak. You talking to everybody else or whatever, but you ain't talking to me. No. And I'm that type of person. If we friends, let me know what's up. I know I could come off a little bit aggressive or whatever, but I just speak up. Like, if we friends and we cool, like, why all these little weird games? Little did I know, most of them they was talking crap about me. So of course, and they really did not rock with me like that. And that's what was confusing me and making me mad. But I was just like, trying to see the good in people, trying to see past all the weirdness. It just was too much weirdness going on. So I already wasn't close like that with Jordan. B, me and him had this weird, awkward tension going on because we had a little background. Wasn't really much for background. I think I talked about that in the first one. Yeah. So, and we had kind of, I don't know. B was weird too, bro, because we cool, but he's still weird. He's still weird. I don't got a problem, but he's still weird. He would like do little stuff, like try to like pick little fights and stuff like that. Like all the guys would, like, except for Jordan, like they would just do little stuff like you like him and Akatsuki would kind of tag team me, and that's where, okay, we gonna get to that. But yeah, pretty much B and Akatsuki, they were like pretty close or whatever. And no offense, but Akatsuki was riding B's nuts. Like, I hope you two don't have that. He was riding his nuts hard. Like he was in love with B. I don't know what B be doing to these dudes. I don't know what he be doing to these girls, but he had Akatsuki by chokehold, okay? He had him in a chokehold. Akatsuki was in love with this man, okay? So they would tag team me from time to time. So it would just be, you know, they would say little subtle stuff, like little shady stuff, trying to be funny or whatever. Like, you cool with B? Like, you you cool with him or whatever? Like, he, all right, like, oh, and then be like, oh, okay, I'm cool. Like, all right. And I would just be like, and then I was like, why are they doing that? But that should have been a red flag from the beginning that they be talking about you. It ain't no little subtle stuff like something is being talked about. You are being talked about. Ain't no something. You are being talked about, Courtney, clearly. And I noticed, me and Akatsuki started to drift. We were cool at one point. Yeah, we started to drift because I told you, I think I said in the previous one, he confronted me about confronting Bo or whatever. He said that I was dragging it or doing too much, like, why you have to say it in front of all those people? And I was like, well, I said it wasn't my intention to say it in front of all those people, whatever. I said, number one, I went up to Bo. And it really ain't none of your business. Just because we're a friend group, that don't mean you got to be in our business. I was just talking. Y'all just happened to be around there. But I didn't say anything crazy. I just said, why you acting different? Why you ain't speak? I didn't say, I wasn't, all in his face, like, bucking at him enough. And I was just, like, what's up? If we cool, let me know what's up. So I was just like, why is Akatsuki going so hard about it or whatever? And that should have been another red flag. They talking about you. They're talking about you. They're talking about you, okay? Like, it's just like every little thing they just will poke at, nitpick, like, you did this wrong, you did that wrong. Like, none of them ever did anything wrong. Messy, they would get on her occasionally from time to time and say she was doing too much, but Akatsuki never did anything wrong. Jordan never did anything wrong. Bo never did anything wrong. B never did anything wrong. Nobody really, they never really got on me and Messy. And it was so weird. So I just noticed, like, it was starting to be a divide, like, and then we went from us hanging out and stuff to they would start kind of, I don't know, singling me and Messy out of it. And mind you, guys, I get it. Guys had that time. You want to be with the guys and stuff. That's cool. But I just noticed, like, the energy started to shift. They started acting weird. We would see them on break or whatever, or we would walk past them and they just wouldn't speak. We would go on break and meet with them. They wouldn't speak at all. Like, we just be in the car silent. Like, it was just awkward sometimes. And I was just like, that I can't be. And I just would ask Messy all the time, like, is it me? Like, am I doing something wrong? Like, why are they acting weird? Like, what's wrong? And she's just like, girl, like, they just, they're just being guys. They're not initiators. They don't do all this. And I was just like, I get, y'all initiate with other people. Like, what you mean you're not initiators? Like, what? Like, it was just, Messy kind of made excuses for their weird behavior and the stuff they were doing. And they would kind of put Messy down, even though she was messy, and I kind of saw her ways later on. They would put her down, some stuff she, she is aggressive. She would come at them and pick on them a lot. But, well, looking back, Messy kind of deserved them getting on her and doing all this stuff, because she really did a lot. She did do too much. She did a lot. Yeah. But as far as me, like, I wasn't picking on them. What's like, I don't know. Every time I would try to joke with them or something, like, I don't know, they just would act weird. And I was just like, I had to keep asking Messy, because at this point, me and Messy started getting close. And I'm just like, am I tripping? Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, what did I say? She's like, girl, it ain't, just don't worry about it or whatever. They're just in their moods. Dudes, they get emotional. It's different. They get emotional too and stuff like that. And I was like, but why you taking that out on me? I didn't do anything to you. You're being weird. Like, what? So, yeah, I just noticed I started hanging out more with Messy because, I really, at that point, I didn't want to be, Bo's getting on my nerves being a weirdo. B, I don't know, he had some unwanted static or some animosity towards me. I don't know. Like, it was just, he just was always acting weird. I would press him too, like, what's up? Why you being weird? Even before I started hanging out with them. How you start, like, he was weird. He still is weird. Still freaking weird. Akatsuki, it's like we was cool, like he was twin, and then all of a sudden it was just like, once I started, like, the issues with me and B and me and Bo came to the surface, it's like he started to pull back and just, like I said, he was riding Bo and B's hard, okay? He was riding it hard, okay? So I was just like, okay, And what happened? Yeah, we would still be on. It was annoying. It was just getting too draining. It was getting draining. I felt like I was in a relationship with, how many people was in? One, two, like 4 or 5 or 6 people, because more people started hanging around like that. I was just like, oh my God, all these different, dudes are so weird. Like, I'm sorry. And Jordan still, he weird too. Like, but he a different kind of weird. Like, they're a different breed. They are definitely a different breed. I've never come across men like that in my life. Like, and California was a weirdo. So, but personally, and this is, I don't know who more weirder, them or California. I don't know. But yeah, so it had been a while since me and Bo were speaking. We wasn't speaking like that. We would, actually, we weren't talking on the phone. We weren't texting or anything. And like I said, I'm not kissing your tail. At the end of the day, yes, I like you. Yes, I respect you. I respect the friendship. But if you're not going to respect it, you're not going to appreciate it, then I'm not going to kiss your tail. That's one thing I'm not going to do. I love you. I'll ride for you, family, friends, whoever. But I will never beg for your friendship or beg for your love. I love myself too much. I've been through too much with people, with men, relationships, friendships, and you can see why I ain't got none. When you know your worth and you love yourself, you're not going to attract all that. You're not going to attract that stuff no more. And that's probably why I attracted this group of friends or whatever. And this is not like all of them included, but the certain people in that friend group, because I was vibrating extremely low. My vibrations was so low. I felt so low about myself. I was still in a vulnerable spot. I was still healing and getting myself together. And when you're in a bad state emotionally and mentally, you want to draw people, you know how you feeling about yourself. Like, those are the kind of people that's going to come be drawn to you and come towards you. And pretty much it had been a while since me and Bo talked. All of a sudden, I get a phone call from Snap. I think I had no. He called me on Snap. I got a phone call, and I was like, Bo, why is he calling me? Like, we haven't talked in forever. And he was I did not expect a phone call from him. So I'm thinking maybe he needed to get in touch with somebody, maybe Messi or Koski or somebody wasn't answering their phone or whatever. And so I could hear him like whimpering a little bit at first. And then I could hear crying. And he was just like, hello? And I was just like, hello? I said, Bo, what's wrong? Like, you good? And he was just like, yeah, like, I'm just like dealing with a lot. Like, I didn't know anybody else to call. Like, and I didn't even expect you to pick the phone up or whatever. See, same thing, because we hadn't talked in so long. So it had been super long, but we hadn't really been talking like that because he was acting like a weirdo. But I was like, are you okay? Like, I wanted to make sure he wasn't in danger enough. I'm like, are you okay? And he was just like, yeah, I'm just like going through a lot. Like, emotionally he was feeling down or whatever. So he starts breaking down, why he's feeling the way he's feeling. He pretty much just comes out that him and Eyeshadow have been dating for a few months now. So it's been serious. He's pretty much said they did the whole shebang, boom, boom, boom. They've been intimate with each other. They pretty much have been getting to know each other. They pretty much know everything about each other. They both had their situations going on at home or whatever. And, but they had feelings for each other. So I was like, okay. I'm thinking like, you idiot. I'm thinking in my mind like, Bo, like, you're so dumb. Like, I kind of already knew this. And I'm trying to figure out if Messi told me before he told me this or after. I believe she told me before he was breaking down telling me this. But he was just like, yeah, we dealing with each other or whatever. And we just been messing around and stuff ever since. And something to the effect of maybe she wanted a little bit more of a commitment from him. And he was pretty much playing games or whatever. And he told me that Eyeshadow pretty much ended up sleeping with somebody else, a different person. I guess she went drinking and just slept with somebody else. And he started to notice the energy shifting, like she started acting different. Now you know how I feel, idiot. But he said he was questioning her, like, you know, who, like, I know it's somebody else, so tell me. Like, just say it. Like, you keep avoiding me, you not answering my calls or whatever. Like, I keep talking to you, you acting different. I know it's somebody else, so just say it. And she just came out and was just like, yes, it was somebody. I messed with somebody. I slept with somebody, whatever. And, you know, he was breaking down, telling me just like, you know, like, he has feelings for her or whatever. But he said, you know, I don't know why I'm crying right now, why I'm so upset. But, you know, I'm hurt right now. And I was just, you know, it did really hurt me to hear him say that, because I was just like, dang, like, you just trying to pursue me, trying to get up in my apartment, saying all this stuff, talking all this mess. And even though I feel bad for you in this moment, because I'm always going to be a friend, like I said, regardless of the issues that happen. If he had came different and moved differently, we probably would still be cool. But I can't even be a friend with you or nothing, because it's like you doing all this weird stuff and I've been nothing but a friend to you. And this is my point. So, of course I'm going to be there for him. He's like crying his eyes out. He's sobbing. Like, you would have thought, like, I hope that none of this happened, but like his like dog died or somebody in his family passed or something. Like, just that's how bad he was crying. And obviously he has serious feelings for her to be doing crying like that. So even though, you know, I felt bad, of course I'm being a friend, it just hit me in that moment like, dang, he really don't rock with me like how I thought he did. All this, you know, you my friend, I love you and all this stuff like that. You know, at least not for me. He just felt that way about old girl. So, yeah, so I'm just listening to him, and I was just like, you know what, Bo, I don't know y'all situation. I don't know what's going on, and that's y'all business. But if she, you know, I don't know. Because part of it is like, I wanted to have Bo's back and be like, you know, if she doing that, then leave it. But it's just like, you deal with other girls too. She wants commitment from you. She wants something serious. She wants to see the plans that y'all have for each other in the future. And you playing around. How you mad or hurt about her sleeping with one person? See, that's one thing about dudes. They can always dish it, but they can never take it. They sleep with 5,000 chicks. You sleep with one dude. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, I can't believe this. Oh my God. Oh my God. They do the most, the complete most. We a hoe, we a trick, we a this, that, you mother, all this in the book. And it's like, dudes just can't get up past it. It's just double standards to me. So although I wanted to have Bo's back, it's kind of like, you playing this girl, she got tired. And that was his karma. I don't even really believe in karma. But when you treat people bad and you doing weird stuff and you moving funny, it's going to come back to you. Whether it's today, tomorrow, next week, next month, a year, 3 years, it's going to come back to you, baby. It always does. It never fails. It never fails. You got to get humble. You got to learn. And I told him, you know, if this is, I support whatever you do. I don't agree with this behavior with y'all sleeping around and doing all this stuff with each other. And if she's doing this and it's hurt and you feel strongly about it, then don't put up with it. However, if this is what you want, I support you. And, you know, I started breaking it down. I told him, you know, Bo, I know we had our little issues or whatever that we hadn't really talked about. But, you know, I know we had unresolved feelings. And, of course, I told him, you know, my feelings were hurt. I'm here for you as a friend, like I said, but you sitting down talking to me about another woman, crying over another woman that slept around or whatever on you. And it just made me think like, dang, the long talks that we were having on the phone, you know, us hanging out, and I don't know. But when I kind of look back, like, most of the stuff, like, it's a completely different relationship to how me and Jordan have. Me and Jordan got to know each other. We asked each other stuff. We asked each other about our personal lives and stuff like that. Like, Bo didn't do that. I would ask him about stuff like, how's your family and your kids? How your kids doing? He was like, oh, they're all right. You're weird. Like, come on. So it's just, I'm real thankful that I found something good out of this crazy, messy situation. and I found Jordan, you know, because that's what a real, you know, that's what you're supposed to do when you really love somebody, you really care about somebody, you want to build something. You have to get to know each other. You have to build, not just, you know, build each other up, but build your relationship up. You have to have a foundation, and there really wasn't no foundation. And that's how I kind of knew, like, Bo probably would have been a one-hitter quitter or something. Maybe boom, boom, bam, thank you, ma'am. And he probably would have been on to the next. So I'm kind of glad, looking back, like, dang, I'm so glad I did not give up the punani, because then I'll be all in this drama and this mess, and I probably would be crying and would have been sadder than I already was or whatever with this drama that he got going on. So, you know, I told him I'm here for you, whatever, crying, getting out. He called her a couple B's, and, you know, which I don't condone. Don't call no woman out her name. He said, yeah, she got me, this B got me crying or whatever, got me being sad and stuff over her and everything. And, you know, I said, you know, well, it'll pass. You have feelings. You hurt. You're gonna be hurt, and it's okay. But whatever happens, y'all move forward. Y'all gotta stop this little toxic stuff. That's one thing I did encourage. Whatever y'all decide to do, this is not normal, and it's not funny, and it's not cute. Especially when y'all got your own situations at home already, which makes it even messier. And if y'all are gonna deal with each other, I'm thinking, like, Ninja, you got enough chicks. Like, you already got one at home. You got this one. How many do you need? It's just, that's the thing with Bo. He was a hoe. Bo the hoe. That's, you know, like, oh my goodness. So it's just like, you know, we ended it off at, no, he told me, he said, you know, thank you for listening. Thank you for being there or whatever. Like, I really appreciate it. And I said, I got you. I'm here for you, bro. I was hurt. My feelings was a little hurt, but I'm still going to be that friend. I'm still going to be there for you, because that's what friends do. When I was crying, niggas wasn't there for me. Shoot. So, you know, it ended good on that note. And then he texted me after and was a smiley face emoji. He was like, thank you for that. Like, I really needed that today. Like, thank you. I needed that. And I was like, of course, I got you. So I was like, okay, maybe me and Bo have kind of gotten past this weird, awkward phase or whatever. Still a little awkward. And we both agreed. We both had a conversation. You know, I said it's going to take some getting used to, because we literally just had our little situation going on. Rather, you know, granted, we weren't intimate or anything, but it was definitely something between us or whatever. And, you know, he said, yeah, it is going to be, it's awkward. It's going to be, you know, it's going to take some getting used to. And from then on, I thought, you know, things were going to be cool. But then Bo started bringing eyeshadow around the friend group more. Like, I guess, I don't know, from what Messy told me. Well, no, this is from what, hold on. I'm trying to think when Bo told me this. Bo did tell me, he might have told me after, but he did tell me after on, like, you know, eyeshadow. I guess she kind of picked up on the vibe that me and Bo had. And she kind of knew that something was going on. As women, we know, we have intuition. Just like I said, I knew it was something going on between him and eyeshadow. Didn't know exactly what until Bo told me. But she picked up on that. Like, it's a different kind of feeling. Like, I feel like dudes are so nonchalant, they don't peep certain stuff. But as women, we can just, like, what? Like, we pick up on it. Especially me having anxiety and me being crazy. I pick up on a lot. You may not think I do, but I do. Oh, you did? I do. I picked it up on. I picked up on it. So, I guess from what Bo had told me, she wanted to come around the group more. You know, assert her. You know, mark her territory. Like, yeah, this mine. So I started kind of getting a little irritated, because it's kind of like this is where I started getting irritated, because she just started to, it's almost like she was trying to prove a point. I don't feel like she didn't even want to have a friendship or anything with Bo. Well, no, she didn't. She didn't want to have a friendship with Akoski, Messi, or B, or Jordan. She just wanted to be around to peep the scene, like see what was going to happen, like if something would go down between me and Bo. So once she started coming around and stuff, it's like stuff just started getting messy, and I don't know, it felt awkward. And then Bo is like, he all in my face one minute, but then it's like you know, you start bringing her around, and then you trying to play it off, and it's just got really weird, and I got tired of it, because I don't got time for, for none of that drama. And it was just like, I felt like everybody in the group was just like, they're overlooking all the messiness that's coming from both sides. And it's getting awkward for me, because I already told Bo it's gonna take a little get used to. You already on thin ice to me. You pushing it. I'm trying to be a friend for you. I'm trying to be there for you, be a friend. And it's like every time, one thing after the other, you keep like giving me your behind to kiss. First you being weird and distant because I don't want to give up nothing. And then, you being weird or whatever. Then you hit me up. I'm trying to be a friend and be supportive to you or whatever. We're acknowledging the fact that there's some unresolved stuff that we need to talk about or whatever. And nothing crazy, but you talking all this mess about eyeshadow, and then you just start bringing her around out of nowhere or whatever. And it was just like, I was just like, wow, like, which is fine. That's your thing. I can't stop nothing, but it's just like, I felt like once he started doing that, he really wasn't considerate of how I would feel. And it's awkward. It's freaking awkward. Why would you want to have two girls that you had some kind of involvement with or some kind of situation with in the same room or in the same group around each other? It's just crazy to me. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Let me know if I'm wrong, but I just think it's weird. It got weird. I can feel the tension. It's awkward on my end. I'm anxious. I'm irritated. I'm frustrated. I'm annoyed. My feelings are very hurt. And eyeshadow is walking in. I can feel tension with her. It's like I can feel it a mile away. Like, if you ever around this girl, I don't know. It seems like when it comes to Bo, it's just like you could feel the energy. Like you could just feel the energy. It's so freaking awkward, and everybody is just walking around acting like everything is normal. And it was weird. But mind you, this is before I end this, mind you, B knew what was going on between eyeshadow and Bo, and Akoski knew what was going on between eyeshadow and Bo. They just played it off because, of course, bros before hoes, right? And that's your business. You don't got to do that. But don't smile in my face and try to manipulate the situation, try to play me like I'm doing too much or I'm doing the most when your friend is being messy. He's being messy. Because why would you even have two girls that's been dealing with each other? Me personally, even as a woman, a man or a woman, that's not a smart idea. And two, I'm uncomfortable about the situation. I already told you about it. And three, like, did you ever think that maybe she would be uncomfortable too? Or maybe she wasn't. Maybe I was wrong. But I could feel the energy. I could feel the tension. And it was definitely a high level. Everybody was, I was irritated. I could feel irritation on both of our ends. And I felt like, me personally, I felt like we both were really uncomfortable about the situation. But let me just let that know. And Messi knew too. Messi didn't come out till later on and tell me like the full story. Bo just gave me the watered down version. But Messi, Akoski, and B knew. I'm not sure about Jordan because Jordan kind of was in the background or whatever. And he states himself, he don't be in drama. But those three knew what was going on. And I had even confided and talked to Akoski about my little run-ins with Bo in the past, but prior to this happening. So he knew what happened between me and him, and he knew about eyeshadow and bow. So it's just like, I get it. Don't get in, I don't want to get involved in my friends' business and stuff like that, because everything ain't for everybody. But obviously, I'm being talked about. Y'all talking about me behind my back, and it's not good. Bo is lying. Y'all know stuff that's going on, but everybody playing dumb like they don't know what's going on. And then when I don't want to be around, you see how you gonna see in the next one how everything just switched. Like, it was crazy. It's just crazy. Like, yeah. But yeah, let me know if you felt like I was like tripping in the comments, if I was like doing too much or whatever. I just feel like, personally, I don't care what nobody say. You're not about to manipulate me or gaslight me into a situation. If I'm not comfortable being around somebody, or I'm not comfortable being in a situation, you are not going to force me or make me feel bad to be in that. And I felt like that's what it constantly was with this group. And when I wouldn't, it's, oh, forget her, oh, F her, oh, she don't want to hang around us no more. Well, I shouldn't want to hang around us no more. You know why. You know exactly what's going on. Don't try to make it seem like this is about, me not wanting to be friends with y'all or be cool with y'all. Y'all know exactly what's going on. It's just a lot of manipulation and gaslighting that went on in this friend group and in this situation. And all because of this situation. It was more stuff probably before that, but this is really what led everything to just go downhill. And it just got super, super messy from there. But I hope it wasn't too long for y'all, but I'm really glad that I actually made it this long, because I feel like this version is much better than the one that I recorded previously. So please take the time to, look at it, watch it, look it over, whatever, because it's a juicy one. And also make sure that you look forward to my next story time. I will be making another upload this week, but it's going to be more so of a try-on haul again. Because I want to do that. I feel like I liked the last one, and it did pretty good. It was a nice little turnout, so I liked it. So I'm going to do that again. And before I close out, make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you follow my socials, my links down below. And that is all for this lovely morning. So y'all have a good day, and I'll see y'all at 8 p.m. when I upload. Bye.